I feel like Overwatch has changed. You know, you look at old Overwatch and you compare it to new Overwatch, and I just can't put my finger on it, but I feel like something's missing here. How's it going, everyone? Lone Hawk here today, and I've been playing Overwatch. It's been pretty fun for the most part, but I think it'd be interesting to make a video on my opinions on the game right now and how it's changed since I last played, which was maybe even around competitive season 10, 2-ish years ago, 1.5, years ago. So we're gonna do that. The way this video is going to work is I'm going to talk first, and then we'll have some gameplay for you from the stream after. If you'd like to just see that gameplay, I'll put a timestamp below. But for now, let's talk about Overwatch. First, it's probably a good idea to address the elephant in the room, role queue. I was unsure if I'd like role queue going into the game. I had heard that it was implemented, but was like, I don't know. I wasn't against it. I wasn't for it. I really thought it could go either direction. I think I made a video in the past saying that I didn't like it, and I think maybe my mind has changed. Because for the most part, role queue feels pretty good. Queue time's bad, I'll admit it. 8 to 10 minute queues. In fact, actually, when I ended the stream yesterday, I waited for 10 minutes in queue just to have a game fail to start, and then I waited 10 more minutes in queue just for a game to be canceled because someone left right away. So that side of things feels bad, and that's part of why I wouldn't necessarily like role queue, but it does have its upsides. If I can't lie, being able to just queue for DPS and just know that I'm going to be the DPS player on a team feels good. Even if it takes 5 to 10 minutes to get a game, it feels nice knowing that I'm not going to be forced onto a hero that I definitely don't know how to play well. So that feels good. Role queue for me so far, I'm going to give a single thumbs up. Not two, but a single thumbs up. Well, maybe my opinion will change as we go on. Let's talk about some of the newer heroes that have come out, new to me at least, the ones that I haven't really played the game with yet. And they're in no particular order. I'm just going to go down the list, starting with Ashe. Ashe, to me, feels really good. Literally the textbook definition of take Widowmaker, take McCree, and make this hybrid right in the middle. You've got this like lever action rifle, you've got the shift ability, which is invaluable. It's amazing. Knock someone back, knock yourself up into the air. You've got the firebomb, which requires skill. The whole kit to me on Ashe feels like it really rewards skill in a lot of ways. Maybe not the ultimate, but I don't think the ultimate is really... Bob hasn't felt that good to me anyway, but I think it's okay that Bob isn't amazing because her general kit is pretty amazing. If you have the good aim, I think she'll reward you similarly to McCree and to Widowmaker, just literally right in between the two. So I really like Ashe. I think she's a really great addition to the game. Now, I can't say the same for Baptiste. Baptiste to me feels bad in the game. Not playing him, but playing against him. I've played him a little bit. I've mainly played against him. And to me, Baptiste feels overkitted. Not overpowered, I don't think, but overkitted. He can do everything. His primary fire, he can just spam damage. Even if it's low damage, he can spam damage when his team is full HP at 0 penalty because the ammo is separate from the healing ammo. The jump ability is crazy good for survivability. A Tracer or a Reaper or even a Genji, maybe. Some of these up close and personal DPSs feel like they're very hard to deal with Baptiste. Even if you dive him and get on him perfectly, sometimes he just springs up, and that alone can put him on a higher ledge or just buy him enough time to live, which can lose you a fight. It just feels like he's got the Invuln field too. It feels like he's overkitted. A basic ability that can prevent deaths. I almost feel like the Invuln field is better than the ultimate. The ultimate to me has felt like the most lackluster part of his kit, probably because I'm at a low rank and people don't use it right, but Baptiste feels overkitted. Maybe, I don't know what his numbers look like. I don't know if he's got a high win rate. It just feels like he does too much of everything, and it's hard to really lock down and establish what you want to do against a Batiste. So maybe my opinion will change as I play more, but that's what I'm thinking about him right now. Take my opinion of Sigma with a grain of salt, because I haven't actually played him, and I don't plan on playing him because I much prefer the DPS heroes. But I've played with him on my team several times, and against him a few times, and my general opinion of Sigma seems to be his general kit doesn't do too much. It doesn't feel very impactful, but his ultimate is insanely impactful. That's the vibe I get. So it seems like his kit is used to just be kind of mediocre. He's got this mediocre regular kit, I feel. This could be totally inaccurate. That he uses to get to the ultimate to set up big plays and push objectives, which I don't think makes him bad. I think that's a fine design philosophy, but he's the opposite of Ashe, who I said I think the highlight is the regular kit and Bob is lackluster. I think he's similar to Zarya in a lot of ways. You want to time the shield. You need to time the shield to block damage. You need to time the kinetic grasp to get shields. And your hyperspheres as well as your accretion, you feel like if you miss those, you're going to miss out on like a lot of your kit. So Sigma, to me, I feel like he doesn't need to be in the game, honestly. He doesn't feel like he adds anything new. He's literally just like a little bit of Reinhardt, a little bit of Zarya. You got Sigma. So I don't know. I need to play against him more for sure to really get a good opinion, but that's what I've gathered so far. I've saved the best for last, and by best I mean worst, because I really don't like Wrecking Ball. I haven't played against him or with him too much because he doesn't seem to be high pick rate, and whenever he was on my team, people complained about it, so maybe that indicates the state of him isn't great. But I feel like Wrecking Ball is the definition of over-kitted. I said Batiste was, but Wrecking Ball just blows that out of the water. He has far too much survivability and mobility built into one kit. Those two things alone, I feel like you got to be really cautious with when designing a hero with in Overwatch or any hero-based game. Because when someone has so much mobility like that and so much survivability, you have to severely gimp the numbers somewhere to make it balanced. Otherwise, it's just going to be OP. I gotta ask, was this guy busted on release? Because I honestly have no idea. He seems like a hero that would be completely overpowered and overtuned on release. And I guess now, since people complain about him, maybe he's been nerfed. But if that's the case, then it demonstrates exactly what I'm talking about. Too much in the kit means that the numbers have to be too low, which creates sort of an unfun, weird feast or famine hero. And on top of that, I feel like D.Va and Winston already fill this mobile tank role. Winston being less of a tank and more of like a bruiser diver. D.Va being a little bit more tank because she can block projectiles and her mobility is a little lower. But in general, I feel like Wrecking Ball didn't need to be added to the game. A, because he's going to be impossible to balance, and B, because we had two mobile heroes in the tank category already. Maybe I'm incorrect, but that's my thoughts on Wrecking Ball at the moment. Before we get to the gameplay, I'd like to talk about my general thoughts on the gameplay. Starting with teammates, I feel like teammates are less toxic than they used to be. I did have some real toxic players, but in general, I felt like toxicity has gone down a little bit at the cost of seriousness. People don't tend to care as much if you win or you lose. And part of that's probably me being at a lower rank, like platinum right now. Don't flame me. But I think it's a trade-off I'm willing to make, and I think there's some merit to it. I kind of like it. It's more focused on the fun than it is on the winning, and I'm sure as I climb, hopefully, it will get more serious as well. So I like the community state right now. In general, the gameplay has felt good. Not the same as it used to. Some big changes I've noticed being time to kill feels slower in general. I feel like people get healed a lot more, and heroes just feel stickier, like they stay on the map longer. I could be mistaken. Maybe I'm just bad, but that's the way I see it right now. And it feels like with the addition of a lot of the new heroes, a lot of the kits are more diverse than they used to be. Instead of people just doing one thing like Widowmaker and McCree, just dealing damage basically, you have heroes like Ashe who even provides damage as well as some utility. Batiste has a lot of utility, a lot he can do. Sigma, there's a wide range. It feels like newer heroes are more of jack of all trades heroes, but masters of none, rather than shoehorned in styles of hero, if that makes any sense, which I think maybe is why you see higher time to kills in general, because everyone's maybe got some healing or some shielding or some utility that keeps them alive. But I'm enjoying it. I'm liking it. So we're going to move on to the gameplay. Probably a lot of Ashe gameplay, maybe a little Widow, some clips here and there. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, be sure to leave a like down below and tell me what you want to see me play, because I'll be switching maybe around, play some Overwatch, maybe, I don't know, we'll play some other things as well. Hopefully you guys enjoy.
3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Man, Ashe is cheating. She gets the golden gun by default. Their Ashe is low, so.
The objective is now.
Oh, I just got chased down. Nothing. Not gonna complain. It's been a hot minute. I don't think anyone is just no one in voice chat with me.
They're just behind us, not right behind you.
See, but like, am I wrong when I say I get the vibe that just like nobody cares? I missed that.
Tactical goggles activated.
Take point, take point. They're dead.
Locking down the objective. Rally to me.
You definitely shouldn't go above the point, I feel. Because when they get on it, you feel useless. You should go over here, where I can shoot into the point. Ooh, this Ashe is getting dumpstered. She's just not even aiming at me.
It's not their fault.
This Reaper sucks, dude. This Reaper's hot trash. All behind, all behind. Not all, but you know what I meant.
Where's one?
Don't mess with the original.
Tactical goggles activated.
Nice. Don't let that mercy res anybody. Nice.
Get screwed, you hamster. Communication is quite limited in Plat. Yeah, I would imagine. I would imagine it is. Clutch Bob. Something like that. Something like that. Can you just chuck this, like, stupid car? Yeah, you can. That hit anybody?
Contact.
Reaper's right side. Lower.
Damn it.
The objective must be ours.
Let me. Damage boost engaged. Fire
Get over here. Oh, that's new.
Just pounding nails, dude. I'm not really worried about the hamster man. Not really worried about the hamster man. Where'd he go? Ball behind.
Go back up.
Ball's way behind. He's sneaking around.
You might just.
What is that melody?
Nice.
My ultimate ability is charging.
We lost.
Yeah. Maybe, maybe not.
Swordball? Oh, it's
Soldier, man. I felt like I didn't have all the units.